Alright. That's probably a little loud for you guys. My butt. Ears. Not pops. So I can barely hear. And welcome back to episode 3 of the Eclipse cast. Now. So you may have noticed there has not been an Eclipse After Dark. Thought I had something for that. I still don't quite know. I do have a idea because I really like the name and kind of the theme. So I might do the whole thing as that, and I just do like my thing, but it still be my normal style of content. With just the whole thing be Eclipse After Dark, instead of it being two separate things. But who knows? I'm not going to dwell too long on that. So for a bit, it might just be just one normal Eclipse cast a week. Much more manageable. Maybe 2, if we're lucky. I remember not to touch this mic. So yeah, that's that was that. Directly at my eyes. Okay. So I think it's still recording, so it doesn't really matter. But I think the angle shifted. Not by much. Bright's wrong. Okay. Yeah, no, the ear thing is really bothering. I don't know what's been. I wish I could figure it out. I think it's one of those things that actually does. I don't like a Q-tip because I don't know good for you. Okay. Alright, today's episode is superpowers. And I'm going to be talking about my favorites specifically, and not like the best ones, because I could just be like, oh yes, I want reality warping, and I control everything, and I'm fucking a god. But that's not as interesting. So I'm going to be talking about my favorites. I feel like I do have a top 5, I just can't. Go as I go along. I probably should have, again, done a little bit of research. It would have helped, but that's not what we do here. We do a my amount of research, and then we go with it. So I'm just going to start. I don't know. I guess if I had an actual list, I'd probably go like, we'll build up to my favorite. Or we're just going to start with my favorite. And I think it's a really underrated one. And way more powerful than people think. Fucking shapeshifting. Shapeshifting is my favorite power of all time. I love characters that do it. Any sort of superhero or cryptid or mutant, anything that fucking shapeshifts. I fucking love it. It's such a versatile power too that people don't get. Obviously, you got like Beast Boy turn into animals. But even just using like the fucking animated depictions of fucking Beast Boy. Yeah, he starts out, if you're focusing on like the 2003 show, and just animals, and then he does dinosaurs, and then in Young Justice he's turning into fucking aliens and demons and shit. So not even just counting that, it's already very fucking strong. Then you have to think of the fact, if I could do that, or if I could start driving, kind of throws off my train of thought. I don't want to crash. Would be good content, but we're not going to do that. We're not. It's not that kind of party. But yeah, if I could turn into a fucking giraffe, I can heal anything. So it comes with a built-in healing factor. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Go a little faster, fucker, if you're gonna turn like that. I got that much. It's not that bad. People just annoy me. It's the same side comics I do. But yeah, anyhow, it just comes with some of the other powers too. Obviously, I just explained the healing factor thing. Like if you can do all that, you can heal basically any wound, purging the disease. And then there's so many powers. I mean, if you just like, I want to be stronger. Let me increase my muscle size. I want to fly. Grow wings. There's like breathe underwater. You can grow gills. Like there's so much shit you can do. Fucking, I mean, just looking through the animal kingdom, there are animals who can do crazy shit. And I'm just like, if an animal can do it, surely a fucking shapeshifter you can turn into them. Can they just adopt that into their normal form and enhance themselves and turn into fucking? You can just do crazy shit. Like you could technically get electric powers by like using the eel's DNA. Or there's a beetle called the, I think it's bombardier beetle or something like that. And they have chemicals. It's like a fucking little fire blast. Now, obviously it's small, because it's a fucking bug, so it's not gonna do anything. It's not like any mass scale destruction. But if you scale that up, you can do that too. Gain all the crazy resistances that certain creatures have. Turn into a fucking kaiju or some shit. That is if we're using, like, obviously, I'm using comic logic in this scenario. And obviously, we're talking about superpower. It's so fucking versatile. And even in day-to-day life, you're not getting sick. You're not catching anything. You're not gonna get hurt. If you get hurt, you're not gonna stay hurt. You don't have to fucking travel. Basically done. If I can either just grow wings on my own body or fucking turn into like a falcon or something, go real fast, you're there instantly. Yeah. And then there's also so many different things. And that's only talking about like normal like cellular shapeshifting. You even get like molecular shapeshifting like Metamorpho does, where you're shifting your body into all the different elements and shit. The beer at the table, you're even fucking stronger. And I think most people can write it off. Because, I mean, realistically, most powers can be crazy if you just use them creatively enough. Like, there's just so much you can do. I mean, if you just look at some of the media, like, fucking Prototype is a good example. The metal and shit. And, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, there is iron in your body, so realistically, you could produce that on a scale. And not only turn into fucking just organic matter, but like fucking iron. Iron fucking turn into a fucking bear or some shit and put iron claws on them. There's just so much you can do. And I fucking love it. It is just, yeah, it's just my favorite power. There's so much you can do with it. I mean, the trolling potential is also crazy. Yeah, it does not get talked about enough. Considering, I mean, I probably didn't even delve into the shit you can really do. I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to turn yourself, like, clone yourself with it. I feel like you could. You can shrink, you can grow. All of that shit. It gives you, there's so many other powers, and you just get wrapped into one main power. I think it's just one of the most versatile powers you can get. Overall, that's why, and it's, I don't know, it's just always just cool. Turning from like a normal person to a giant beast or shit is always been sick. I love, yeah, shit like that. Skinwalkers, werewolves, changelings, all that just kind of fantasy characters that do that. Those are typically my favorite because of that. Anything just having another form. I mean, you turn yourself into like a version of the Hulk just without the gamma. Which would still be sick. Yeah, and there's probably even more uses than I've just described. But, okay, moving on. Next power. Obviously, it's a classic fucking super speed, flash level super speed. Not even flash level. Give me fucking good super speed. Fucking, I'll take dash or incredible nature and all that. No lower tiers, because even at that, you can do crazy shit. Again, it's another one. If we're talking about the just normal super speed already gives you a lot of extra shit. Or it can create vortexes. And obviously you're super fucking fast now and touching you. Everything you need done in the real world, it's just done. It's over. There's no task. And because it's not a comic and there's no need to like sell comics or like make more money, then you are just using it to its full potential. And like any conflict, it's just over instantly, as it should be. But obviously, that would make fucking comics and shows and shit boring if it was just like, if fucking they were smart and it's like, yeah, you're gonna do this, nope, you're done. Before you can even react, it's over. I mean, it's just one of the classic. It's fucking crazy for nothing. Crazy for... I don't know where I was going with that. I honestly don't. I think I combined two phrases. I don't know what the fuck the phrases are. I tried to combine. But, yeah. I don't know. There's not too much I can say about it. I mean, if we're getting even to like... And that's just like the base level. If we're getting to like if you're like a speedster that's connected to the Speed Force, you're even crazier. You've got lightning. You can run through time. You've got a barrier that protects you using the Speed Force. Just all the street. It's like, I can't say too much about it. It's just crazy. You can fucking run so fast. Fuck super speed. If I can hit you with a fucking atomic punch, infinite matter punch, that's what it's called. I had to think of it. Atomic punch. It's not fucking right. Which it wasn't. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, just seeing that fucking scene in fucking Justice League. Unlimited or just not? Yeah, Wally West going crazy. That was the boy back in the day. Which brings me to another thing. I hope in the new DCU, as much as I love Barry Allen, I love the fucking Flash show. Grant Gustin did amazing for that. Amazing on that, with that. You know what I mean. Grant Gustin was awesome in that fucking role. I do hope they do Wally West. I would love to see a live action version. I'd love for him to be the main Flash for a while, like he was in the comics. And like, even though I got like a good bit of like Barry Allen injected in, especially in the later years of the show, because that lasted fucking 10 years? Pretty sure it was 10 years. Maybe more than that. Before was it last year? I don't know. I'm not gonna get too much into that show because that one, that's another thing. I'll probably talk on another episode of superhero shows. And that I'll actually get just a list of my favorites and like them. I can, but not with these kind of things. Anytime I do a list, unless I'm specifically going best and worst, it will, unless I specifically say like the best this, the worst that, it will just be my favorites. Because again, like with fucking powers, obviously I could just go, I want to be omnipotent or omnipotent, just be a fucking god. But honestly, it's cool as much as I love crazy ass power characters. Like they're really cool and shit, but like I feel like my favorite heroes are usually 3 tiers. Because like, again, they can do, I mean, I guess if I look through my top 5, which I'd also have to think about, there's a good mix of them. Of like 3 tiers and like fucking the fucking higher tiers, but like I feel like 3 tiers shit is just, it's just more interesting to watch. Currently rewatching Daredevil because Born Again's coming. I'm just honestly going through the entire like Defenders like universe. I've already rewatched Punisher recently. I'm rewatching Daredevil again. I'm gonna go through the other ones because back in the day when like they were coming on, I got through all of Daredevil. I got through Defenders. First season of Punisher, which I recently watched the second. It's because, I mean, obviously I was a teenager and had no money. I think we just, like, Netflix went out. And then after, like, I don't know, I just never watched anything after Daredevil season 4. But I still haven't seen the second season, still any of the other shows besides Punisher, but again, that was recent. I do want to get back into that. I'm really excited for Born Again. If they fucking ruin it, I'm going to be pissed. I'm glad they're ditching that stupid fucking yellow suit they had at She-Hulk. Because as much as I liked fucking Charlie Cox in that show, he was probably the only good thing about that. I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it as much as other people did. It was just kind of all over the place to me. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing with it. It's the only thing. Because they tried to do the superhero shit. They also tried to do the fucking lawyer fucking courtroom show. But if they had focused on that, it was like the fucking some of my favorite, as much as again, going back to Daredevil. It did the balance right. You had the fucking badass fights, especially in the fucking hallway. Ooh, that's another good topic. Is fucking my favorite fight scenes. Ooh, I might do a non-podcast fucking movie for that though, where it's like I'm actually reacting. Ooh, that might be it. Or I react to shit like that. To like the best superhero fights and shit. But that would be a separate thing from the podcast. Because obviously you can't watch a long time and driving is like the whole thing. But yeah, like fucking Daredevil had a good balance of it. You got this shit, but like the fucking I found the court shit really interesting. I actually really enjoyed that part. Like it wasn't like a thing where it's like go back to fun. Like, but it balanced it. It showed that fucking Murdoch as Daredevil and as a lawyer. And he was equally badass in both of them. I feel like if She-Hulk would have leaned into that, it probably would have been better. And then tried to do that whole like meta commentary thing. I mean, it was bad. I still found it kind of fun though. It was, yeah. I don't know, I'm not gonna sit there. I'll save the rest of my fucking She-Hulk review if I do the fucking superhero shows, because I'll do best and worst for that. Or favorite and least favorite. That will probably be more best and worst, because I feel like the shows I like are the good ones. I'm trying to think, do I have any fucking guilty pleasure shows? I mean, I'd have to look through and see what I fucking watch. I think most of the shows that I put up there are either fucking consistently great, like Daredevil, or at least at one point great, like The Flash that I mentioned. But back to superpowers. But yeah, Speed Force, it's OP. You can do a lot of shit. Moving on to one of my other favorite powers. Again, one that you don't see too much. Show the thing. Let me tell you the fucking power. Oh, fuck. Another mention of shapeshifting, which I didn't mention, which is one of my favorite characters who could fucking do that, Ben 10. That was my fucking childhood. Ben 10, Danny Vance, and fucking Jake Long all turned into creatures. Yeah, shapeshifting is cool, especially if you can turn into like mythical, which is really fucking sick. Moving on. Energy absorption is the next power on my list. It's not a whole list because I don't really know how many I'm gonna have for this. Energy absorption. I haven't seen too many fucking. I think Captain Marvel can do it. I mean, one of the fucking. Again, I'm going back to fucking Ben 10. The main fucking. My main introduction to that kind of power, not just energy absorption, but absorption in general, is Kevin 11. He was the fucking boy. He was that fucking. Honestly, he might have been. I think I liked him more than that. I think he was my favorite character in that show. His Bush was Ben 10 inspired. Kevin's was fucking sick. It's fucking, yeah, no, that kind of power where Kevin's was just the most fucking, you saw all fucking things, because usually you just see one focusing on energy specifically. Fucking Shaw from X-Men First Class. It's probably the only, again, besides like Captain, the only fucking live action version I've seen of that. Which is, but like fucking, like, it was so fucking sick. Yeah. Just seeing how he fucking used it. But yeah, Kevin's one of my favorite examples. Because as much as just energy, I mean, just with energy absorption alone, which he didn't do too much of that in the later shows. They focus more on like the fucking, I don't know what you call it, like on the material absorption, and then obviously fucking, I guess it was more DNA. I guess it was power, or I guess you could say that he like absorbed the objects and shit at Ben's transformations. But he didn't do too much of the energy shit outside of like his first appearance in like the OG series where he was doing like the electricity. But just that in general, in real life, even like putting it in a real life setting where I'm like, as much as like doing battle and shit, it's like fun to imagine. I also like, for this kind of shit, take into account what's the most useful for me in real life. Because as much as super shit would be crazy, if I could choose any power, I wouldn't take just that, because yeah, I get to move things. I could probably be like, instead of just like cheating in like fucking bodybuilding events, I'm not gonna, I'm just like fucking move shit. I'm not gonna use it because I'm not gonna just in real life that often. Any of the absorption, I probably wouldn't use as much as something like shapeshifting or super speed. It still have its real life uses. I mean, anything comes to hit me, absorb it. Like, I get shot at, absorb it. Look at that again. Not that that happens often. Or ever. I've never been fucking shot at. But, like, absorb the kinetic energy of, like, the bullet or some shit. And shit like that. I mean, it's just a cool fucking power. So, taking it out of fucking. I don't know. I always try to factor in the real life thing. Again. I mean, I get, like, just if I keep my body dry and some shit. Like, even taking it outside of the fucking elements of fucking real life. I don't know, it's just always a cool depiction where you can take something that someone shot at you, send it right back, and use it as like a fucking, just as a weapon. And how, especially how versatile you can get, which, another example, I can't believe I wasn't my first. I mean, I guess Kevin makes sense of my first thought, but if, I guess I did say pure energy. When we're talking pure energy, my favorite user of this power is Cole McGrath from fucking Infamous, the Infamous series, which, again, which I would say, I have to mention this, but by the way, I don't know, it's been fucking like 10 years since we've had an Infamous, since Second Son first like came out. Give me Sucker Punch. Give me another fucking Infamous game. I want it fucking now. Right now. I want another Infamous game. That was my shit back in the day. Me and my cousin used to play that all the fucking time. It was one of my favorite games. A lot of good memories with that. But Cole McGrath, he did all, was the best user of that power. Just, I mean, his main thing. Obviously, he got fucking. Obviously. But essentially, if you haven't heard of Infamous, it's a game series where you have these people called conduits. Their main thing is like absorption. There's an event or some kind of catastrophe, release something, turn a bunch of people into conduits. Cole McGrath is your main person. Now, his main thing is mainly electricity. But yeah. He absorbs electricity. He does later get like a couple fire and ice attacks depending on which path you take. But his main thing is electricity. And even with just that, absorbing electricity, he does so much with it. Like, he can absorb the, like, because obviously there's electricity in your body. You can absorb that out of people and take their fucking energy to fucking give him more power or heal himself. He can use that to, like, heal other people, which even if you're not taking that into counts. It's still crazy. Fucking shoot giant blasts, summon lightning from the sky, all that kind of shit. You could do, and then you get to fucking Delson. And Delson has even more, where he can go to, he can do smoke and video, which I don't know if I count that just like main state of the thunder, but like just being able to take any attack sending or hazardous material there and use that, especially the ones who can swap between them or are just using different ones. Super sick. Another great power. Another one, which this one is very situational, is mimicry. Whether it's just power mimicry or it's like any like skill or anything. Again, another really good one. Those kind of characters are sick, especially if they can like, if they're like even just Taskmaster. He doesn't, and he just makes like, he's one of the ones where it's just like fighting styles and shit that he can take, and like actual skills rather than like their powers. Even that, I love the ones who can like instantly master it and then use their own shit against them and then fucking body them. Those are great. That's another great one. They kind of blitz through these. Because some of them, I could go deep into it. There's not too much. I mean, mainstay power. Another one, if we're talking about just by itself, the healing factor, obviously that's great. Can't get sick. You age slower. You obviously heal from anything. It's a great one. It's a classic. Gotten more popular, especially with Deadpool getting bigger. Deadpool and Wolverine coming out more. It's just always those ones. But it's like, if I would never pick it as my main power, because if I could get shape shifting, I didn't spec my window, you spec your window. But if I could get shape shifting, it comes with that, so I wouldn't pick it as my main one. Trying to go through. Other like honorable mentions, because I don't really have a list. Any kind of geokinesis, sand control, crystal, earth. I'm a big Avatar fan. Toph is my favorite character in that show. I haven't watched the full Legend of Korra to this day. I do need to. But I mean, I did rewatch Avatar because I hadn't seen it in a long time. And I was going to watch Korra. I don't know what happened. But I think the subscription I was using, I just got rid of it after Avatar. So I never ended up watching Korra. And back in the day, I moved around a good bit as a kid. And after a certain, I don't remember when Korra came out. Sometimes we didn't have to. Especially in my later years, we kind of dished it. Or just pure streaming. I mean, obviously Korra came out a good bit ago. I don't know. I just didn't watch it. I don't know what I'm saying all this. I didn't fucking watch it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't even honestly remember why. The moving thing is probably why I didn't watch it. Also, as a kid, I didn't really fucking, even the shows I really liked, it was rare that I just sat down, especially because a good bit of the ones I really liked obviously got started like either just before, I don't think a lot of them were just before it, but obviously I would have been like the original Teen Titans. It came out in 2003, I was born in 2001, I wasn't watching it as a 2-year-old, I didn't obviously watch it until later, where I did eventually. I mean, at that point, I did watch through all of it and see it all. That's how I was with a lot of shows. Not a lot of shows, honestly. There's only certain shows I sat there and watched through. Like, the original Ben 10, I kind of went back. Or just when, the fucking older episodes would come on. Me, and especially my friends do, those were one of our favorite shows to watch back in the day. would go back, get caught up on it, and then move forward from like where it was. And Ben 10 was like one of the main ones. So I got caught up to where they were, and then I kept watching through all the way until like I watched the first season of Omniverse, which was good. That's something I do need to finish, because I was kind of one of the ones where they changed the animation style. I didn't hate Omniverse, but I think I unfairly judged it. I kind of roped it in with like the Teen Titans Goes and all those like reboots where they're like changing the animation and making them look different. I'm like, this ain't gonna run. So back in the day, I did not give that show a fair enough chance. I've seen some shit from it fucking since. So I haven't done a rewatch. I haven't done, obviously, I haven't done a full Ben 10 rewatch in a long ass time. Something I need to do. I was at one point where it was on I think it was on HBO, one part where I had it, where I just kind of went through, watched all my favorite episodes, but I haven't sat down and gone from the original series all the way up to Omniverse. And then obviously they rebooted it again. I'm not even going to touch that. From the people who've watched it that I've heard, it's dog shit. And I believe it. Cartoon Network went downhill. It went completely downhill. The Cartoon Network shut down? Is that another channel? Something shut down. I'll have to go to work soon. Back to what I was saying. Telekinesis, basic power. Being able to bend earth, mud, lava, sand. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about the power in general, not just like earthbender rules in the last Avatar, in the fucking Avatar of the Last Airbender. I'm talking about big power in general can do all of this. Yeah, I mean, we're on the Earth. It's fucking great just being able to move giant ass rock, and rock is sick. Again, going back to Ben 10, which I keep doing, because that is the source of a lot of my thing. A lot of the cool powers I saw. Fucking Diamond Head was probably my favorite. I think it used to be Accelerate, but then it became Diamond Head. Diamond Head was always my favorite. Being able to fucking the way Ben used them, it was super sick. It combined because you can kind of bend his body, but also use the crystals. They're kind of combined shape shifting a little bit. That was one of my favorites. Another. Moving on quickly to like a little lightning round. Not shape shifting. I already said shifting. It's the first thing you said before. Teleportation. Of any sort, whether it's just basically like fucking Nightcrawler, you see it, you teleport to, or it's like fucking Jumper was really good back in the day. I fucking love that movie. Don't know if it holds up. There's a lot of movies with superheroes, but probably don't. Like, there's this movie with Chris Evans in it, and the chick who plays the lady who plays fucking May on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. called Push. That was a lot of like fucking mind powers, shit with your mind, fucking controlling minds and shit like that. I really loved it as a kid. It's probably dog shit now, looking back on it. But that was just my fucking. I just really like that shit. So yeah, teleportation. Whether it's fucking just fucking yourself, what you can see, or it's like a long range, like fast Chevrolet shit, or it's portals. It's just sick, very versatile. Especially portals. If you saw the spot from fucking, which was it, Across? Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. I had to think which one. That's another thing I'm really excited for. I mean, portals really useful. Teleporting in general, obviously, super useful. Probably, I mean, it'd be a genuine debate whether to get that or shapeshifting in real life. Because, again, that can do a lot of shit. Never have to touch my car again. Never have to fucking travel again. Just being able to move fucking freely. Okay, lightning round. I gotta move on. Weather control. Storm's a fucking beast. Love the power. Super sick. Can do a lot with it. Winds, fucking storms, lightning, thunder, all of that shit. Especially really look into how powerful Storm is, like, especially if you look into the comic shit, like what the kind of shit she can do, you can like the full extent of the power. There's another one I think it's great. There was another one I was thinking of. Go through it. I guess the last thing to talk about, I won't go too into it because it's a very vague power of what you could do. It kind of encapsulates a lot of their powers. But characters, fuck magic users. Just magic in general, that whole kind of mystical element, whatever kind you can fucking use. I mean, again, there's so many different fucking kind of powers and shit into it. But magic users are also fucking Constantine, Doctor Strange, bunch of fucking others. It's one of the cooler powers. Magic users are always sick. I know I said that was the last one. My actual last one, which this is the one I was trying. It's been on the tip of my tongue this entire time. It's probably in my top 5 of what I would have in real life. Or just my favorite fucking depictions. Luck, manipulation. This is one of the more OP ones. You've seen Domino from Deadpool 2, fucking Lucky Girl from Ben 10, which I keep going back to, Jinx from the Teen Titans, or Black Cat, another good example of that. Just being able to fucking give yourself really good luck, give other people fucking shitty luck. It's a crazy power, very useful. You can win the lottery, do a bunch of shit, fucking curse your enemies, avoid things that would kill you, all that kind of shit. I am rushing a little bit. Well, this has been probably a clusterfuck, but that's what we do here. That's what you came for. So, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the next episode, whenever that is, whatever that's about. And we are